Did you know that winter growing peas can bring you exceptional results? This may sound unusual, but growing peas during the winter is not only possible, but also has many advantages. Stay with me until the end of this video and learn all the tricks about growing winter peas. Peas are a cold-resistant plant, and their cultivation in the winter months can allow earlier harvesting, reduce pests and diseases, and even improve soil quality. In this video, we will explain in detail how to successfully grow peas in winter and reveal one trick that can significantly improve your crop. For tips on quality growing plants in the garden, stop by our channel where we have a solution to all your gardening problems. So, why is it good to grow peas during the winter? Find out next. Usually, peas are a vegetable that loves cooler temperatures and thrives in conditions where many other plants cannot grow. It is traditionally cultivated in the spring, but with proper preparation and technique, winter cultivation can be very successful. So next, we will mention some of the main advantages of winter cultivation. The first advantage is natural resistance to cold. Peas are resistant to low temperatures and many varieties can withstand mild frost. This means that it can be sown during the winter, especially in areas with mild winters or in greenhouses. Another advantage is the reduction of pests and diseases. In winter, many insects and pests that attack peas are not active. Also, diseases that often occur during the warmer months have a much lower chance of developing during the winter, reducing the need for our intervention and protection of plants. The third advantage is very important because it is the improvement of the crop rotation. Peas are a legume that fix nitrogen in the soil, which I believe many of you already know, and this means that after its harvest, the soil remains richer in nutrients. This is extremely useful for crop rotation, especially when you are preparing the soil for spring crops during the winter. The fourth advantage is early harvesting. By growing peas during the winter, you can harvest the first pods already at the end of winter or early spring, when fresh peas and greens are most in demand at the markets, and the vegetables in our garden will make us happy and our immune system. Of course, before sowing, preparing the soil for winter pea cultivation is the first step. For the successful cultivation of peas during the winter, it is crucial to properly prepare the soil. Peas like light, well-drained soil rich in organic matter. That is why it is very important to follow several steps to prepare the soil for winter cultivation. As we always do, deep tillage is important first. Before planting peas, it is recommended to dig the soil deeply to allow good root development. This is especially important for winter cultivation, as the roots will more easily absorb moisture from the soil and the nutrients. The soil can be cultivated manually with some tools, and it can also be done mechanically to make it as high quality as possible. The second and indispensable step is adding compost, that is nutrients, to the ground. Before planting, be sure to add a layer of compost or manure to enrich the soil with nutrients. Legumes such as peas do have the ability to fix nitrogen, but still, they need a good nutrient base to grow. Also, soil protection with mulch is very important in the winter. In winter, the soil can lose moisture due to frost and wind. In order to preserve moisture and protect the soil from freezing, it is recommended to cover the surface with mulch. It can be artificial or natural mulch. We mostly use hay or straw. This will retain heat in the soil and easily protect our young plants from harsh winter conditions. And now it's time to plant. Peas can be planted directly in ground or in greenhouses, depending on the climatic conditions of your area. When we start planting, what is very important is the choice of variety. Not all pea varieties are suitable for winter cultivation. Choose cultivars that are particularly cold resistant, such as Meteor or Small Provencal. These varieties can withstand near freezing temperatures and provide bountiful harvest in the early season. Planting time also plays a key role. The ideal time to plant peas in winter is at the end of autumn when the temperatures are not too low. That would be something in late November or early December. In areas with mild winters, you can plant peas during all the winter until the end of December. The distance between plants is also very important. Peas do not like crowding, so it is important to ensure enough space between the plants. Plant them at a distance of 5 to 7 centimeters and leave at least 30 centimeters between the rows so that the plants have enough space for growth and for ventilation. One of the biggest advantages of winter planting peas is that they require less maintenance compared to spring planting. However, there are some key aspects that you should pay attention to. One of them is watering. Although there is more rainfall in winter, it is important to ensure that the soil is not too dry, especially if it is covered with mulch. Check the soil regularly and water as needed, making sure that the water doesn't stagnate, as this can lead to root rot. Frost protection is also important, although peas tolerate light frost. In areas with severe winters, it may be necessary to provide additional protection. Use foils or nets to protect against frost, especially during the night when the temperatures can drop drastically. It is very important to provide support for the plants. As the peas grow, they will need support. Place nets or sticks so that the plants can climb and develop without laying on the ground, which can prevent the development of lots of diseases. As we promised at the beginning of the video, there is an additional trick. It is important to carry out one process in order to speed up the germination of peas in the winter. One trick that can significantly help in winter pea cultivation is pre-soaking the seeds. Before planting, soak the pea seeds in lukewarm water for 12 to 24 hours. This process helps speed up germination, which is especially important in winter when the soil temperatures are lower. After soaking, plant the seeds directly in the prepared soil, and the result will be faster growth and an earlier harvest. Of course, we have often mentioned how useful chamomile tea is for soaking plant seeds, so you can also do this in chamomile tea for an additional boost to the seed's immunity system. Peas that you grow during the winter can be ready for harvest already at the end of winter or the beginning of spring. Harvest peas when the pods are full, but not too hard. Fresh peas are best immediately after picking, but if you want to preserve the crop, you can freeze or dry them for later use. And don't forget to leave a certain amount of pods on the stalks so that they dry completely and leave the seeds for next growing season. There is one special advantage of this type of cultivation, and that is that after removing the pea stalks, of course by cutting them near the ground and leaving the root in the soil, you will provide a space where you will plant new crops in the spring that are suitable for the nitrogen that the peas left behind, which for example are some herbaceous plants like salad or cabbage that will have very use from the nitrogen in the ground. And with that, we can finally conclude that growing peas during the winter is not only possible, but can also be extremely useful. From cold resistant, reducing pests, to improving soil quality, peas are an ideal choice for a winter vegetable garden. Follow these tips, don't forget the pre-soaking trick, and enjoy an early spring harvest. Winter peas may become your new favorite vegetable experiment. For more similar advice, we hope that you will stop by our YouTube channel, review what kind of advice we offer, and of course, we hope that we will be an incentive for you to grow different vegetables and that you will become even more successful gardeners with us.